Welcome everybody, so today I have a brand new Ultrasabers review. This is not an unboxing video. I got home and I raced home after picking this up from the location that I had it shipped to, and I saw that the box was a little bit damaged. So me being a worrywart, I opened up my lightsaber and I pulled out the box and everything was fine. The emitter was a little bit unscrewed on that, but other than that, everything seemed to be working in order. So what exactly did I order? I ordered myself an Archon V2 from Ultrasabers. This lightsaber, as you can tell, is modeled after the Luke Skywalker Return of the Jedi lightsaber. This is the lightsaber wielded by Luke Skywalker in that movie. And this is also a replica of the Obi-Wan Kenobi hilt from the prequel eras, which is also another lightsaber that kind of resembles Luke Skywalker's, because I think they're going to be the same lightsaber at one point, because the reason why we have green lightsabers to this day was this lightsaber was originally going to be blue, and I think it was going to be blue because it was going to be a hand-me-down of Obi-Wan's lightsaber, and they were shooting with this and they realized that the blue was not working with their background, it kind of blended, and so they did green, and that is why I got green lightsaber with this. I was debating whether or not I was going to get either a blue or a green lightsaber, but I went with the Archon V2 for a number of reasons, one of which they look a little bit more beefy, they're combat ready, and the cool thing about this is that this is MHS compatible, which means that you can pretty much remove this emitter that you can see up here, and you can take this off, unscrew it, and then you can put on another emitter if you get the V3, and then the emitter will become a V3 emitter. So that was one of the reasons why I bought them. Like, that's pretty cool. So if I ever get another lightsaber and I want it to be sort of an Obi-Wan Kenobi style, I can get that as the V3 and I can remove the emitter for that, and then I can put on this emitter on the other lightsaber, and then it can be more combat ready lightsaber, which is more effective. So I thought that was pretty cool that you could kind of interchange these emitters and then it become a V3 and V2. Like I said before, I did customize this lightsaber a little bit with what I wanted with this thing. First thing you can see is that I added a silver AV switch, which is pretty much like you can get the guarded switch, which I don't really like the guarded switches that much. I just think that it's cooler and looks more lightsabery if you get AV switches with them. These do come with sound, mine does not. I went with the soundless saber because, like I said before in previous reviews, that depending on how much you pay for your sound sabers, whether you go with Obsidian Light or the Emerald drivers or whatnot, this thing can go up in price. And if you're looking to cosplay with this thing, then that might be a fun option for you. Me, on the other hand, I'm only looking for this as either a display piece or something I can take to premieres and conventions and stuff. So for me, the sound sabers do not really benefit me in that nature. I do want to have a sound saber eventually, but for me it really wasn't necessary. Even if I was going to do a fan film with this lightsaber, I could always add in the sound effects later in After Effects or Adobe Premiere, seeing as though I have a huge thing of sound fonts on my computer. So another thing that comes standard on this lightsaber is the cover tech wheel. So the cover tech wheel is something that if you pay for the higher grade of lightsabers, you get the cover tech wheel, which you can put on a cover tech clip and wear on a belt to convention. But if you're shooting with this as a fan film, you can wear it on a belt while you're not shooting with it, and then you can walk around while wearing it, which is nice. I really do like this because on my mystery box saber it does not have that. I'm a little bit bummed out about, but it's not something that's included with the mystery boxes, so I kind of understand that. But overall, I like the black and silver finish with this. I got mine in Consular Green. This is a mid-grade 36-inch blade, which I pretty much get with all my lightsabers. My past couple lightsabers I got with 36-inch blade, and so I just figured since this is Luke Skywalker replica lightsaber, that I would get a 36-inch blade with it. The pommel here is not the classic, but the standard pommel with the silver and black, which I really do dig. It kind of matches the rest of the lightsaber. And if you do go with the Obi-Wan Kenobi style, you could definitely do it with the classic pommel, because in the Clone Wars as well as the prequel films, he uses the all silver pommel, which is pretty much standard within the Jedi Order, which if I do get a V3, I might actually do that pommel because I can interchange the pommels as well if I feel like it. That's one thing with Ultrasabers that I think is really cool compared to other lightsaber companies. They let you literally change whatever you want with these lightsabers, and you can pretty much have the lightsaber colors be whatever you want with them. And I'm quite pleased with this lightsaber. Like, I was ecstatic when I got this in the mail. I've been kind of waiting on this for a while. It kind of took a while for me to get because of conventions and Star Wars Celebration coming this month. They're kind of swamped for lightsabers and stuff, which I kind of understand. I kind of I shot them out an email. I'm like, what's the status of my order? I'm looking forward to receiving it. And I think Marlena is the one who emailed me, and she got back to me pretty fast and assured me that it was still coming, which I kind of understood. I'm like, I can't fault you guys for that. I know it's not your fault. So usually Ultra Sabers are really fast with me, so this is the one time I kind of had to wait, and it was definitely worth the wait because this thing is badass. Like, if you're looking for a replica of a Luke Skywalker or an Obi-Wan Kenobi lightsaber, this is definitely the one for you. The reason why I didn't go with the V3 is because I've heard that thin neck lightsabers are a little bit more prone to breaking, that people have kind of swung these around pretty hard with them, and they've actually broken their lightsabers just by doing that with the emitter. So it's more or less for light dueling, the thin neck sabers compared to this saber. And that was one of the reasons why I kind of considered getting this over the V3. Plus, this was a little bit cheaper compared to the $200 V3. This is about $100 on their website, plus all the customization that I did to it. So this was a little bit more worth my price. Total came out to about $160, which I'm totally fine spending on something like this. And if I were to add sound, it would have been like another $100 or $200. So I didn't bother doing that this time. But maybe in my future purchases, I will do that. I do want to compare this to my other toy, Archon V2, that I have over here in the corner, which is off screen that you can't really see, but I love the grenade section here. This looks like the grenade section from the Return of the Jedi saber. I like the neck near the emitter, how it's all clad in silver and black. I do like the piece with the cover tech wheel, as well as this pommel. This is a vented pommel, so if I wanted to add in sort of the sounds later, I definitely could with that. I don't know if you guys can see that. You can unscrew the pommel, and then you can take out the battery and interchange the standard batteries, which I think are AAA batteries on this thing. So without further ado, let's turn this on and see what color I got. And voila, I got the consular green, and this is badass. There's some slight dents in this blade. I don't know if that was due to shipping, because I do know that the box was kind of damaged, but I do have other lightsaber blades, so if I want to, put other lightsaber blade on this, I definitely could, but for now, this is totally fine. I might go with the heavier grade blades in the future just because I want to see what they look like, but this is a mid-grade blade, not the Ultra Edge or the heavy, just because I like how this kind of looks with the lightsaber. But as you can see, this is definitely a close to accurate replica of the Return of the Jedi Luke Skywalker lightsaber. The only thing that's different about it is there's no control box, which is where this AV switch would be, but I kind of like it better without, just because it would be getting in the way if you're swinging it. This is built as more of a two-handed lightsaber, but you can definitely wield it with one hand. It's a little bit heavier, which I think that heavy weight also makes it a little bit more combat ready. It's a little bit beefier, which means that it can take more damage. So like I said, if you're looking to duel with this, if you're looking for this as a sort of a shelf piece, this is definitely a cool looking piece to put on your shelf. If you're looking for a piece to use in a fan film, this is also pretty duel-worthy and accurate to the actual one that we have in Return of the Jedi, as well as the prequel era films. This is the place where you put the blade retention screw. It's supposed to be on the back. When I got this in the mail, I was a bit worried because the blade was kind of jiggling around and stuff, and I think the emitter kind of got unscrewed, so I just screwed it back on, and everything seems to be working fine. So nothing was damaged, so I am totally happy with this. I think this is a fantastic piece here. The craftsmanship on this is awesome. Ultra Sabers pretty much kicked this out of the park once again. So I would like to thank Emery for sending this lightsaber to me. I'm going to show you guys what this looks like in the dark and how bright this lightsaber is. I love this thing. I think this is badass. Thank you, Emery, for sending this out to me. I definitely do appreciate it. I know it took a little bit more time than it normally does, but I love this thing. You know, when I first opened this up, I was like, no way, there's no way that this is in my hands right now. And now that I'm actually like holding this in my hands, it's just badass. So without further ado, let's get to showing you guys what this looks like in the dark, and then I'll compare this to my toy lightsaber, and then I'll count this as a review. Alright, so this is the difference between the Archon as a toy that you can get from pretty much any toy store. As you can see, there's the voice box, or the control box, compared to the other control box. This one on the left looks more metal. It's made out of aircraft grade aluminum, as this one is made out of plastic. So you can kind of tell the difference, and I really like the one on the left a little bit more than the one on the right. The one on the right is prone to breaking, as well as not being sort of, an accurate representation of this lightsaber, whereas the one on the left is made out of aircraft grade aluminum and has a more stronger blade, can withstand taking a beating. So this is pretty much the difference if you're looking at buying either a toy version or the Ultrasabers. You kind of get your money's worth in terms of, the lightsabers that you get. So, for anyone that says, Ultrasabers is just a toy or anything like that, here's the difference between the toy lightsaber and the real Ultrasabers one. I really do like the Ultrasabers one a little bit more. It's a little bit longer, a little bit bigger, a little bit more beefy, and as you can see, this one just dropped. So this one is not as good as the one that I'm currently holding in my hands, but give or take, this is what you get for the price that you pay. So yeah, without further ado, let's show you guys what it looks like with the lights off. Alright, and lastly, this is what the lightsaber looks like in the dark. As you can see, this is a really, really good looking lightsaber when it's on camera. When it's in person, it just looks like, a regular green blade, but you can really see the light shining through within the camera. So it really is a really good screen use prop if you're looking for that for a fan film or for convention piece. This is the one for you. But, I really love Ultrasabers. For the past couple of times I've ordered, nothing's been damaged, nothing's been wrong. I'm just glad that it's here. I'm glad that I have this lightsaber in my collection. I will definitely be using this a lot. I like the fact that it looks a lot like the Return of the Jedi Luke Skywalker lightsaber, and it's really closely accurate to that. So once again, thank you Emery and Ultrasabers for making these lightsabers. I'm super glad because they took this off for a while on their website and I couldn't find it when I originally wanted to order it, and that's why I ordered my Savior lightsaber, and they brought it back, and I'm like, I really, really need this lightsaber in my collection. So I'm super happy and stoked that I finally have this in my hands, and it's awesome to look at, and it looks exactly like the one from the movies. So that's pretty much all I could say. I'm pretty much speechless right now, but hopefully you guys enjoyed this review. I've been battling a cold and stuff the past couple of days, so I haven't really been doing that many reviews, but I got my Matrix review to upload. I've got my the Triple X review that I still have yet to edit, and so I'll probably be doing that a little bit this week when I'm starting to feel better. But overall, hopefully you guys like this review and understand kind of why I haven't been uploading as much anymore. And as always, guys, rate, comment, subscribe, and I'll definitely be doing more videos like this in the future. So hopefully you guys look forward to that, and see you later. Peace.